tuning in to Community Updates. I'm your host, Michelle White. And this evening we have no one other than the renowned artist and muralist, Chaz Miller.
Peace and blessings. How y'all doing?
Thank you for being our guest this evening, Mr. Miller. So, you are Chaz Miller, was born in 1963, is an American street art muralist from Detroit, Michigan. And he's the founder of the Artist Village, a program of Motor City Blight Busters, which is a nonprofit organization. He's the founder of Detroit Public Art Works called Pause, which is an initiative to stimulate community growth by providing a creative outlet for Detroit youth with the intention of instilling an appreciation for the arts. So, again, we thank you for being our guest this evening. And at some point during the message, we're going to show some of your artwork. I see that you are there in the studio. Oh, you've been moving today. And I love a lot of the art that I've seen that you've done. And I'm sure I've seen some of it around the city. When I was online today, I saw that some of your murals. Can you tell us how you got started in the world of art and doing mural work?
Well, growing up in Detroit, we were always challenged to be creative and never be bored. And I just always had a passion for drawing and doodling. And unfortunately, my mother encouraged it. So, and that was just it. I just stuck with it. And that's what I encourage anybody to do. Stick to your dreams and stick to your passion and develop it as a skill, certainly.
Okay. So I see that you've got a lot of flip flops behind you. Are you getting ready to create something with flip flops?
Yep. Judge not until you walk a day in their flip flops is the program.
Okay.
Initiative. So I'm always up to something as part of the creative process. But this particular project is about empathy for fellow humans,
Uh-huh.
regardless of race, creed, or religion. And it just goes back to the metaphor of, you know, until you walk in a man's shoes, you don't know what he goes through. So this project is about bringing people together through hand-painted flip-flops that are going to make a larger montage or collage of a butterfly.
Okay. I was looking at some of your butterfly artwork as well.
Yes, so this is
Beautiful. Oh, with the flip flops.
right. So imagine
Beautiful.
this actually in my studio here. Let's see, I can take the camera off.
Okay.
Got enough length. But you can see this is actually the wall. You can see close up the drawing, but this is where I'm going to actually start building out the flip flops.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to actually start going on here. So that's the structure that's actually going to hold them up.
So this will be in your studio. Will you be able to, since it's on the wall?
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely mobile. I mean, yeah, that's the whole idea.
Okay. Will you be able to take it outside of the studio though?
Yeah, no, that's the whole idea. No, yeah, it can be taken down, it'll be framed out, and it'll be installed at the proper place. So but yeah, that's just but the main thing is the community engagement with the project and how it brings people together. So I kicked off the project with University of Michigan 2 weeks ago. I had about 70 students from University of Michigan. And then last weekend, I had a high school from Ann Arbor, Spring Hills High School. And I had about 50 or 60 students over the 2 days, and they kicked off the project. So I'll finish this first one, and then I'm looking to work with other block clubs to help bring their block clubs together and participate, because this is low-hanging fruit, and it's at low intimidation. Anybody can just pick up a brush or a marker and create a message that'll last.
Well, I don't know about anybody.
Oh yeah, I encourage everybody. If you can write your name, you can create.
Okay, I believe you.
Well,
don't ask me to create anything. I used to be good at painting by numbers.
Okay, well, you follow the numbers then, right? Such is life.
So I love. We're going to talk about the work that you do with the youth, but I wanted to tell you. So you got involved. You said because you were a youth in Detroit and trying to find something to do. And where are some of the murals that you've done? And maybe we can show. We've got some of your artwork that we can start to show, and I have one of your murals in there. I'm not sure if that'll be the one that will come up first, but where where are some of the murals that people
So
can go and see?
they're scattered throughout the city. I have quite a few private murals that are in private corps that you couldn't see. Like for instance, at Carhartt, at their main headquarters in Carhartt, I have a mural in their main meeting room out
Oh,
in Dearborn, and then Zeo Credit Union on Woodward. They have a mural of mine in their headquarters in the old Verner's plant. And ironically, it was a large painting I did of the old Verner's plant during the Woodward parade back in the 60s when I was a child. So
mm-hmm.
that piece is there. Then a Sweet Potato Sensations mural. If anybody's ever been to the Sweet Potato Sensations
Love
on
them.
last year in Grand River, yes, the mural on their wall, and then the one across the Martin Luther King mural, and all the murals, and that's where the Artist Village is, obviously. The
Yes.
murals in that area, some which are gone. I have one in the Eastern Market, an Aretha Franklin butterfly themed mural in the Eastern Market.
We've
Um,
got that one to show to our audience today as well. Beautiful piece. I believe I've seen it in the Eastern Market.
Thank you, thank you. And then all over Michigan, Owasso, Alma, Michigan, Jackson, Michigan.
Mm.
I've worked with the organization called Michigan Art Share out of Michigan State for years. And what they do is connect urban artists with rural artists. So through that project, I've benefited to have exhibits and things all over Michigan,
Uh,
primarily to be able to commission murals outside of Detroit. It's been a pleasure with working with them. Um, and then there's a couple more I know I'm leaving out. Oh, well, one of the biggest ones I just did recently was Date Night in Paradise, which was on Broadway and at the Y downtown on the People Mover.
oh,
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't seen it yet. That's my latest. It's Date Night in Paradise, which is a tribute to the Black Bottom. As you know, that used to be the heart of the Black Bottom, and the theater was the Paradise Theater. The Opera House used to be the Paradise Theater. So
mhm.
the mural is actually facing the theater, and
It's one of the pieces of art that you can see when you're on the People Mover as they stop at the different stations.
it's actually on the station, so you wouldn't see it from the other. No, because the way the People Mover comes, you wouldn't see it from the People Mover. After you got off, though, you can't miss it.
Okay.
But you know where the Y is right there on Broadway and what
You
street?
know, as I'm thinking about it, I think I've taken a picture of your pieces of art
She's
uh,
holding out a
on the
rose.
wall. Huh?
And on the mural, she's holding out a rose.
Uh huh.
It's
Uh
a
huh.
man. He's got a fedora on, and then, like I said, they're out on a date. And but yes, it's 60 foot tall, so you can't miss it.
Yes, yes, I remember now. So
Quiet.
you do a lot of work with the youth, and can only imagine that this is really helping to uh, strengthen our youth and to keep them from getting into doing things that they should not be doing, or to and to bring out their creative juices.
Well, you know, the saying is, "I don't mind is the playground of the devil," is for real.
Exactly.
So
Hmm.
you can't save them all. You know, I've been frustrated over time, and
Hmm.
like my mother always used to tell me, God bless her soul, you can't. Everybody's not ready to get on the bus. Everybody not ready for prime time. You know. So,
About how many youth have you been working with since you started, and when did you start your program working with the youth?
well, girl, you talking about 25 years, 30.
Oh, okay.
When I moved to Detroit in '99, so 2000, I started working with kids in Patton Park. And
Uh-huh.
hold on, let me close this front door because my dog is all fired up and phone's ringing. Turn the ringer off. Sorry about that.
Okay, not a problem. Can you put your phone on
Yeah,
silent?
yeah, I am. I apologize for that.
That's okay. I had to check mine to make sure mine is on silent as well.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
let's show some of your, if we could show some
yeah.
of
And I can
your
talk,
artwork.
yeah, like B-roll or something, right?
Hmm.
And this is Cookie.
Beautiful, beautiful dog. Hi, Cookie. Cookie's on screen around the world right now.
Yeah, she's spoiled rotten.
So I even have some art books like that. I'll get in touch with you and see if you might be interested. Do you ever show your students pieces of art from previous years, dating back to the 1800s on, all
Oh,
these
yes, very.
projects?
Is I'm a too man. Look, when you see the diversity of my work, it's because I love history. I study. I'm a constant student. I'm always, yeah.
Well,
You
I have awesome a collection of different books that
what?
you can have because
What?
they were going to be discarded. I said, absolutely not.
What?
Somebody can use these books.
What?
Somebody that has a program.
You hear that,
Matter of
Tiffany?
fact, I'm going to show you. Can you see these right here? This is
What?
Renoir, Michelangelo, Picasso, and then
What?
I have some other ones as well that
Okay.
I
Yeah.
will get them to you.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I shoot. I'm on my way.
Some of the larger books, these are all art books, history books.
God bless you.
You can have them. You got
God
to come
bless.
and pick them up
Yeah,
though.
they will be cherished for sure. No,
Mhm.
I mean I'm relishing because I lost some books and I was really sick about it.
Mm.
Uh, I but I'm really because I am really into computers and this AI stuff, but it really makes me appreciate the raw, paint and palette and just the real more than ever. And
Exactly. And we've
especially
got to
the pages
keep
of
that.
books. The pages,
Yeah.
yes. So that's a
We've got to
blessing.
keep that page. We've got to keep real art and not just AI. And we've got to keep real books. Children today don't even always look at books anymore because
No,
they can do everything on the computer. And I don't think that, I think that's a
right,
disservice.
right, right, right. No, it's a setup. That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to be talking about that today, but I'm so glad that you were here to be our guest today.
Well, thanks for having me. Thanks for having
So
me.
we're going to show some of your pics to load. We're going to load some of your pics up on the screen.
Okay, we get
And
ready. All right, go lay down. Go lay down.
here's one right here. Tell us something about this picture.
So this is just so we're working on a project called the Sunflower Arts Center at the Artist Village, where we have a property now that we're developing to an art school. It's going to be the Sunflower Arts Center, and it spawned from in the wintertime a sunflower grew out of the concrete. It was crazy. So anyway, I've been doing at this particular time when this painting was done. It was all things sunflower. So I was painting all these different sunflower themed paintings. And this is called When You See Her. And it's just about a beautiful woman walking through a sunflower. She's just proud and just, she's got that black girl magic, right? And I
That's
just
right.
appreciating that. So yeah, it's just basically when you see her, there she
Well, it's
is.
beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful. And this one here.
Yeah, so this was an older piece, and this was just this. It's about the light within, and it didn't really have a message, and it did have a message, but it was more of an just an experimental painting, more of a just one of them things where you just kind of it's kind of hard to explain. But every painting I do, you don't really think about it. It's sometimes it's just pure jazz, and it just comes out, and that's what this was about.
Well, when I first looked at it, it reminded me. Can we go back to that one? It reminded me of the tree of life
There you
at the
go.
top with the
There
head.
you
And
go.
then we all have a light within us, and it is part of our duty while we're here on the planet to let that light shine as brightly. That's the legacy that we'll leave.
There you
That's
go.
the memories that we'll leave. The light that shines within, as we allow it to exude out into the universe, then
Yeah.
it shines brightly and it'll be remembered.
Yes.
So that's what I see when I look at this beautiful piece of art.
Okay, you're not seeing a person that's being revealed as who they not really are. No, I'm just. No, I love that. No, that's really, really, and that's the thing about self-expression and abstract pieces such as that because that's abstract, but it still has a figurative thing, but you still interpret it based on your own experiences.
Yes, yes. And this
Okay.
beautiful piece, of course, is none other than Aretha Franklin, the sister, the queen of soul herself, and talking about respect. And this is the one that is in the Eastern Market.
Yes, yes. Well, I mean, that was it. That was I think that was the last year they did the Easter Market muralists when they invited all the muralists. and I always had a great opportunity to get in. And this is based on a butterfly theme that I've been working with over the years about stop looking and start seeing. And the first thing you see is a butterfly, but when you look at it closer, there's wrapped images within and so on and so forth. So it's just really challenging the observer to take a minute and smell the roses.
And the colors behind it, the yellow, black, green, and blue, are reminding me of a flag, that one of that one. I want to say one of the African flags, but what is? Do you have any semblances to
It's just
those
African to
colors?
me. It's just just the pink and black was the kind of the start, but it was thinking a clever way to accent pink and black without using the traditional purple.
Okay,
I do have the purple accents, but you remember the pink Cadillac and all those things. So
right,
that's kind of
right.
where the pink and black started from. Because one of the designs I had, it was really crazy. I had a pink Cadillac in it, but anyway, but yeah, as it evolved, that it was just, and also I tried to challenge myself on different color palettes, different color schemes.
Uh
So
huh.
that was really a different combination for me. So I was trying to make it work. Yeah.
Beautiful,
Well,
beautiful.
thank you. Thank you. Now that I look at it after all these years, it's not that bad at all because I hated it at the time I finished.
Isn't that something? Sometimes
Yeah.
artists don't like the work that they've done, or cooks, whatever type of art they're doing.
Yeah, and I felt rushed the way they ran the program. I know I had a short time, but they did some shenanigans, and they like
Hmm.
built a skateboard park under my mural while I was trying to work.
Hmm.
They didn't tell me. So one day I get there, there's a whole like skateboard ramp. So while I'm up on the lift, kids were skateboarding. They, anyway, that was a great story. I can't wait to write the book.
Um, we have a few other pieces as well. Even one of them was one of the pieces you mentioned earlier. And I was listening to an interview that you had done, and I think your wife is one of your muses.
Hmm.
Tell us about that.
Well, I mean, she's a maker. Her name is Victoria, and she's just amazing. I mean, she cares for me like no other, and that fuels my creativity because I just want to be the best. You know what I'm saying? For her, for my family, for my community, and that's the amusement of it all. So yes, she is very much a motivational force behind me for sure.
So, do you have some other events that are coming up where people can come and see your artwork, or how can children or parents that are listening get in touch with you, to become a part of your program?
Well, I mean, there is my website, which is well, there's several, but there's a chocolatepicasso.com.
That's right, the Chocolate Picasso. I read that as well.
Yes, yes, that's another alter ego. I'm a Gemini, so I've had what it is. Chaz Original Art,
Hmm.
and that's originals with a Z.com. And that's
Okay.
my longer, that website, if you really took the time, and it's really got my complete history all the way back to there's a category for childhood art. So, like, if you click up in the menu, you'll see a drop down, and the list is insane. From when I used to paint billboards, from I worked with Herb Strathers on a Motown 40. I did a series of paintings for that, and I did the backdrop. It's just a lot. So, it's just God has been good. And it's all because of my experience and being homegrown from Detroit. It really, WJZZ is really for me right now. It's just come full circle because literally WJZZ is the reason I became an artist.
Mm.
There are several reasons, but that would be like in the top three. Like my mother, of course, but a friend I grew up with when I was little, he was a little older. I seen him, went to his house, and he was drawing. But my brother used to listen to WJZZ. So I
Hmm.
used to listen to WJZZ, and it was just something about the music that made me want to create. And that's what I tell people about the frequency in music. It didn't make me want to go out and tear up stuff or try to be a gangster or try to be hard or try to run the streets or try to get quick money or all that old you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And so this is why for me right now with my imagery and my art, it's real serious. He who controls the image controls the mind. I mean, my background is in advertising and marketing. So,
Hmm.
I mean, that's it. They're always trying to control us to buy something, take a pill, jump up, jump down, step up. What
Hmm.
was that old game we used to play, Simon Says, you know. So yeah, yeah. So imagery and sound and everything, people think it doesn't affect them. That's why I tell people stop sleeping with the TV on. Don't sleep with the TV on.
Yeah, that's true. Because it subliminally is sending messages in your head, even while you're watching it or while you're sleeping.
And
So,
again, like I said, frequencies are real. So how you think we tune in to WJZZ?
hello. That's right. You are listening right now to WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the land. And again, I'm your host, Michelle White, right here on the podcast Community Updates, where we like to highlight different art and features and things that are people are doing around the city, throughout the world, and art and entertainment, uh, authors. We have various forms of art, but you're right here on WJZZ. We also have a great sponsor, ABB Wealth Strategies, where they help give you peace of mind if you're in retirement or leading you into retirement. Give them a call at 248-988-8200 and let them know you heard about it on WJZZ Cool TV. And they will help you and sit down with you and show you different strategies on how you can make better investments and better things to do with your money, how to diversify it to give you more peace of mind, whether you're in retirement already or preparing to go into retirement. That's ABB Wealth Strategies. And Chaz, I'm from the D as well. I'm born and bred and right here in Detroit.
Okay, well, I'm glad to be on your part of your show and part of the journey. Now, that's what I was going to say. If people also want to contact me, I'll be spending a lot of time at WJZZ, so I'll be
Hmm.
easy to find, and also at the Artist Village. But yeah, I'm looking forward to helping to continue to build the dream.
Awesome. So, do you have a phone number you want to give, or you want people to just contact you via your chocolate Picasso, excuse me, .com, or
No, yeah, my cell phone numbers is public. It's a business number also. So 313-633-6051. You're more than welcome to contact me anytime, leave a message, or at CHA Chocolate Picasso is an Instagram also, and Chaz on Facebook, Charles Miller on Facebook.
you
Yeah.
said Charles Miller on Facebook?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um. So, tell us a little bit about. You said you have some events that'll be coming up as well, so people.
Well,
You
well, the
just
one
did
event we got
something.
coming up this weekend is not for kids. We're having a 420 event at the Artist Village.
Mhm.
Um, and we got bands and comedians and that kind of thing. That's an adult thing. We got sponsors, dispensaries that will be sponsoring.
And tell us
We
where Artist
also
Village is. Where's Artist Village?
Lasher and Grand River, Lasser
Hmm.
and Grand River.
Okay.
And then I'm doing some face painting over in the man, I'm sorry. It's a new block club I'm working with over in Burton Warren, but we're doing an Easter egg hunt the 19th, which is Saturday at 1 o'clock with Mary Sheffield. I just kind of got invited to it, but I'm really excited about it. But I'm going to be doing some face painting over there with the kids. So if anybody wants to bring their kids over there, I'll get some information to Roger. Maybe he can post it up if you guys got it like a message board or something.
We do. But
Okay.
the 420 event, what date is that and what time?
Okay, that is on 420. Yes,
Oh, okay.
that's Sunday.
I thought you were saying that was the number of the event. Okay,
Yeah,
420.
that's what that is. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
it's on
Right, that's
420
Sunday. At what time?
from 6 until like uh, I don't know, 2 in the morning.
Okay. So if you all get your paper and pencil, they have an event. He has an event for on 420, April 20th, this coming Sunday, starting at 6 p.m. in the Artist Village, which is over on Grand River and Lasher. Um, and there's a Mary Sheffield event where face painting will be done in the Burton this Saturday. They have an Easter egg hunt, and Chaz will be doing some face painting with our youth or whomever wants their faces painted because adults like their faces painted as well. And that's going to be Burton. Where did you say?
I'm actually looking it up right now. Give me a second on my phone. Let me see.
Okay.
Uh,
So while he's looking at,
it's the Burns Seneca Fisher Jr. Block Club, Detroit Police Department 7th NPO's Easter egg hunt. And that's April 19th, 1 p.m., 5096 Fisher Street. That's
Mhm.
on the east side.
Okay,
Burns Seneca Fisher Jr. Block Club. That's a mouthful.
it is the Burn Center. What was that next word?
Hold on. Let me go back.
Well, people can look up the Burn Center.
Yeah, Burns. It was not a center. Burns Seneca. Because I think,
Seneca.
yeah, I think these are all the different streets. You know how the block clubs do. So I think
Mm,
it's. I know Burns is a street. Burns Street, Seneca
Seneca is the
Street,
street.
yeah, Fisher Street Junior Block Club. Because it's
Okay.
mainly ran by the youth. I think they're like 20-something young youth over there that they organized to. They got a really good thing going on.
Hmm.
So that's why I'm excited about supporting them. Let's see. Let's see. I think that's all the low hanging fruit right now I can think of as far as events. And then, of course, I'll be working with Roger and you guys on the May 2nd event. I'd just like to also give a shout out to SDM2, SDM Education on Lenora and 7 Mile every Tuesday. You can go and get in line and get some of the best groceries for free. Jacqueline Moore and her husband runs a program over there. Just look it up, sdm2.com or .org, and you will be blown away. But every Tuesday, and when I say food, I'm talking about food. You get a basket, you get in line, you get a tab, and you go for it. And then I think on Thursdays they do hot meals. But I do a lot of artwork and work with kids over there also. So mainly right now at this point, instead of trying to start something new, I'm really looking to align myself and bring talents and resources to other organizations. Also, if you have somebody in need of food, we do a food giveaway at the Artist Village. I have to find out the exact date, but we get donations from Target, and literally you come and get whatever you want, and that's usually I think that's happening tomorrow, as a matter of fact. What's tomorrow? Thursday?
Thursday.
Yeah, yeah. So Thursday, I would say from probably about 1 until it's all gone.
I'm smiling because sometimes I run into people that I do a lot of community things as well, besides the community updates, which is just a part of it. And a lot of times people say, I need food. I don't know where to get some food. And I tell people there's food being given out Monday through Saturday, every day. There's gleaners and forgotten harvest. And
Focus
people can
Hope.
go to their
Yeah.
websites. And what was the other place you mentioned?
Focus Hope.
Focus
Focus
Hope.
Hope. When you just drive up and show your ID. Yeah.
Exactly.
One time I had to tell them that's enough. They was filling me up with so much stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But people can go to each of these different websites and they list where they'll be distributing food for free. So
Yeah.
for those of you who are listening or you know someone who needs food, because everybody needs some food, but those who are really in need of getting some food for free, Chaz just listed a couple of places
Yeah.
that'll
Put your
be
pride
giving food.
aside too, because some people are prideful.
Exactly, that too.
My mom used to call it false pride.
False pride, because if you need some food, you need to go get it. Just go and get some food, drive up, walk up, ride up on your bike,
So,
whatever you need to do.
fairly enough, Michelle, there are people, elderly people, still eating cat food.
Hmm.
It was about that back in the day, but we just had an experience recently, and one of our elders, we had to go intervene, but come to find out, I was wondering why. Yeah, so it's no joke out there. Yeah, it's
One
no
of the
joke.
things, one of the things that I do is I collect recycled furniture. I have a foundation called the White Foundation, WYTE, White Charity Foundation,
So,
and we collect recycled furniture that people donate to us and we give it away to people in need. And I knew that there were a lot of people that needed furniture at a point in my there was a point in my life where I needed furniture and people blessed me with furniture. And but I didn't know how many. I mean, we filled up over 3,400 homes just in the city in the
wow.
surrounding greater Metro Detroit area just over the past few years.
Okay.
And so it's a huge thing. There are a lot of homes that we walk, most of the homes that we walk into, people have nothing. No cups, no plates, no uh, couches, chairs, beds, a lot of seniors. So, yes, the need is real, the need is great, and we all play a part as together we serve our communities. And
So,
that's very important.
who did you have pull up those pictures that you just showed?
Roger was pulling him up. So Roger, there's another picture that one of the jazz, couple of other ones that you've done. Why did you have one? I only
Well, I
selected.
wanted to show that it's only 32 seconds long, the video that I just posted on about
He
being
doesn't have
grateful.
that. I
And
would have had to have sent that to him.
it's just in time for Easter. Jesus Christ.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I wish you had
Easter.
have told him, or I would have sent it. So it's a
Okay.
video that you did. That's just
Well,
in this.
I have a YouTube channel. And it's called,
Okay.
and this is, hey, hold on, let me go put the dog outside. Hold on for a second.
Okay. While he's doing that, I want you to be sure and go to Michelle Turner White Facebook page. I have posted a lot of food distribution locations, job postings, trainings that are coming up, just a myriad of things to help in our community. People perish because of a lack of knowledge. There's You need to know that there are places that you can go and get food. You need to know that there's free training of all types of training to increase your skill set that you can have a better job or a job period. um, and so there's a lot of information. There's more of the expungements for prison that I've posted recently, but there's just a lot of information. If you go to Michelle Turner White's Facebook page, there are a lot of pieces of information to help you as we all matriculate through this life together. It is part of our duty to be lights, as I mentioned a moment ago, on this planet, to share what we know with other people so we can help each other. So you're back, Chaz. Um,
Yeah. You
can
know,
you tell
dogs
us,
are like kids.
huh?
The dogs are like kids. As soon as you get on the phone, they get all, you know what I'm saying? Anything else, you just be laying down. But anyway,
I know that's exactly why I don't have one. People say, "Oh, you're a single woman. You need a dog." Absolutely not. It's like a baby. No, but I'm glad you're enjoying yours. So you were telling us about a piece that you did that is appropriate for Easter, that is this coming weekend. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
well, I just, I've been experimenting with artificial intelligence and animating my art. And that's one
Mm,
of the things I'm really enjoying. But the whole thing is the ability now to tell stories at a rapid pace. Because there was a time when I would paint and I could show you hundreds of drawings and sketches in the traditional way. And because my ideas were flowing so fast, I couldn't get them out fast enough. Right. And I used to think, man, if I could just wipe my hand over the page, now I can literally with AI, because no matter what, the shoes ain't gonna make you jump no higher. Just because you got AI, everything, oh, everybody know, everybody's not a musician, everybody's no. Because if you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't. And
mhm,
because I have it, I've been manifesting it. And this piece literally came out of my soul because I was
mhm.
working on this whole series of Black Jesuses. Because again, we know the thing that throughout our history and growing up, everywhere we go, and they say, well, it don't make a difference. Well, if it don't make a difference, why they all white?
Exactly. I literally almost wrote the New York Times on one of the. They every year they do something to show Jesus as this white, blue-eyed person, and but that the Bible tells us something different, and history tells us something different. But why you keep showing it if you're
Right.
not going to tell the truth?
Right. So that's when it goes back to the he who controls the image controls the mind, right?
Mm,
So I had started manifesting these Black Jesuses and I put one in and this came out so mind-boggling beautiful. I was, well, wow, I got to make him speak. So I wrote a poem for him because I've been writing these short poems about gratitude. And it
mhm,
started from the whole phrase, gratitude is the attitude. And that's been a whole mantra of mine for years. And so that spawned a whole series of statements based on that, about being grateful for your family, being grateful and just being thankful. And, understanding other cultures that don't pray for things, they pray in thanks and humility, right? Thanks for the
mhm.
water, thanks for the trees, thanks for my breath, thanks. So that's what it was about, and it's a powerful piece. So and that just spawned 7 days of affirmations that is going to be a part of a series.
Hmm. That's very important too. What we speak and put out into the universe is we don't really realize the power that we have as individuals. And you can go to church 24 hours a day, all day long, 7 days a week, but until you start doing it, I don't care what religion you believe in. You need to speak it out into the universe, and then you will see things change. Affirmations is another one of those things that is very powerful that we as individuals should do.
Well, that's one of the biggest secrets they keep from us, the power of our thoughts. I mean, that's why they keep us wrapped up in all this
Or the
mad.
power of our tongue. Because
Well,
when we think it and then speak it out, it really you can see the change when we put it in the universe.
that's it. That's you curse yourself. So yes, and that's been part of my
Or
experience.
you bless yourself.
Yes, this is it, and that's been part of my experience as a creative because I can see the results of these actions manifest almost sometimes instantly. You know, where
And
some
that's
other people,
something. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just going to say in some other professions, sometimes it takes longer to see the results. You know, and with the creative process, you can think, and then next you know, it's real.
Yes.
You know, I
And I
literally
love
was dreaming about this, right? I
I
can
love that piece.
thank you. So yeah, and that's the thing. You know, even as a kid, I could imagine something and sketch it out. Now it's that much closer to reality. And this
Mhm.
is what I'm trying to tell people about this artificial intelligence, which is so crazy because now literally anything you can think of, you can speak it into reality. I've never wrote code before in my life, but
Mm.
now I'm writing code, making apps just by talking to the computer. I mean, so if you got a 3D printer, you can tell it to make you a house and it'll print you a house. It's
And
so
3D printers, that whole piece of Wayne County Community College District has 3D classes and a whole program,
yeah,
and it is excellent. I've watched the printers make some of the most amazing things, from checkerboards to heart parts to knees to just a
so
chest.
now just imagine the fact that all you got to do is literally you can talk to your phone and it'll be 3D printed. You don't
Mm.
have to know nothing about making the diagrams, none of the blue. You don't have to know none of that. All you have to know is I want a glass table with wooden legs and feet that look like alligators, whatever.
That's
And
right.
boom. So in this time and era, it's more important for us to come together as a people to understand how we can converge and manifest this in the business, products, services, apps to benefit us. Otherwise, we're going to just once again be the consumers.
And the AI classes are important, and there still are a lot of free AI classes that are out there and available, whether it's through your community center. Those of you who are AARP members, you can take free classes there. Where did you take your AI classes, or did you take an AI class?
No, I'm a true Gnostic.
Okay.
I've been always just self taught. Like I said, I love to read, I love to study. And
Hmm.
my frustration level is way off the chart. So I can, because of my training as an artist,
Hmm.
coming up, you would do something. It's like you think it's really good, but then they make you redo it. If
Mm.
you think it's really good, then they make you redo it. And then your
Mm.
little ego has to go to the side because you're like, oh, I'm thinking this. So over the years, it's really hard. So with computers, it's the same thing. It's trial and error. You're going to run into problems. And a lot of people get frustrated. I want to throw. And it's not the computer, bro. So that's the thing. And now I'm looking forward to really teaching, especially our generations, because a lot of us maybe dealt with computers early, kind of when they first came out. Everybody, we was all into it. AOL, and everybody had a desktop and all that. We was going back to little computer shows. But
Yeah.
then they got the phones. Then they got the tablets. Then they slowly got everybody away from desktops.
Mhm. Now
Now,
you get the watches.
yeah, now most people don't even know what a desktop is. Or if they do, they don't even know how. Because I've been teaching people with desktops that my age and our age, and it's
Mhm.
like, okay, they don't know what a folder is. They don't know what a menu is.
They
And,
don't know what a mouse is.
and you want to learn AI? I don't think so. So we got to get you past the basics
Yeah.
first. And
Yeah.
with the kids, before we even think about it, yeah, we got to teach them how to read.
Yeah.
Shit, we got the highest literacy rate in Detroit. I had a friend that was working for CDC and just it was incredible. The parents won't show up. He got so frustrated, he just quit because he was the intervention was not working because a lot of the parents just don't give a damn.
Hmm.
It's a shame. So I've been writing programs and lesson plans, and I'm looking forward to introducing to some institutions because I'm not going to just complain. I've really been coming up with some solutions to try to encourage kids to read through storytelling. So my YouTube channel is WUPF Radio, We Uniting People's Frequencies.
Say that again so that people can write it down. WUP.
W dot U dot P dot F radio.
Okay. So you
We
heard it right here. You can go to his channel.
YouTube channel and Uh, so through some of the videos, mainly are proof of concept, but I want to encourage kids like to understand. They'll get excited by these visuals and the sounds, then they'll want to learn how to do it. But in order to learn how to do it, you got to know how to read. So first, we got to teach you how to read. Oh, okay. And then when they see the results of another student who's getting better results than they are because they can read or comprehend better, then they're going to wonder why theirs aren't as good as theirs. And I said, well, you're because these computers are taught on language and reading. So if you can't talk as good as this kid, you're not going to get the thing to give up whatever. So it's a really interesting dynamic I'm looking to challenge them with.
That's wonderful. Periodically, I teach classes, computer classes as well. So I understand the frustration. And as you stated, many people don't know what a mouse is or anything. So
Right.
also, I work in prison system. I serve in the prison system at a couple of prisons, men and women's prisons, and
Yeah.
helping them come out. And many of them, and then I put furniture in their home, and then some of the men mentor the men. But
Yeah.
there are a lot of artists that are in prisons that
Yeah.
excellent, wonderful artists, do some wonderful work. I don't know if you've ever thought about working with some of the people that are returning citizens that are
No,
artists.
I've been down that road several times. We had a whole program at the Artist Village for, I think, almost 2 years of working with returning citizens. And I had some good results. I had a couple weird situations, but more positive than negative. And then when I was in California for 7 years, I worked with the juvenile system out there. So
Mm-hmm.
whenever they would identify talented young artists, they would team me up with them, and I would go into the system and do weekly workshops with two or three of them at a time.
Okay, wonderful,
So
wonderful.
again, that's just always been my passion to give back for sure.
Yes, mine too. So before we get ready to go, I want you to tell people how they can reach you again. Give them slowly or spell it out some of the websites, phone numbers, YouTube channel information, so that they can know how to reach you. And again, we thank you for being our guest right here on WJZZ Cool TV Community Updates podcast. And WJZZ is the coolest station in the world. Go out and listen to your jazz. You can catch us on YouTube as well as WJZZ Cool TV Facebook page. And you can go to listen to jazz on WJZZ every day by go to their Facebook page and you can look at the website.
All
So tell
right.
us how we can reach you, sir.
So as you see, everybody with Detroit, not Detroit versus everybody. I ain't mad at them, but right now it's time for us to come together.
Mm-hmm.
So there's everybodywithdetroit.com. You can get all your Everybody with Detroit merch from everything from baby bibs to hats, cups, t-shirts, hoodies. I'm about to introduce and drop a new line of Everybody with Detroit that's absolutely mind-boggling. I design all the merch,
Oh,
and
really?
oh yeah. I'm again, like I said, my background is really in marketing and advertising. So and then there's ChazOriginalsArt.com,
Okay.
ChocolatePicasso.com. And
Mm.
each one of those sites, if you scroll through, has other email links where you can reach out to me. I think Chaz Original, my phone number is on there also, or you can email me. Then there's MeDo, which is Micro Enterprise Design Units. This is
Mm.
my public art. This is MeDo Detroit Arts.org.
Okay.
And there you'll see a little history and some of the, it needs to be updated. I haven't put the summer projects, but I would start posting where people can come out and volunteer and participate in some of the public art projects. And then,
Somebody possibly that you know, SKOORB 13 said, good evening.
peace and blessings. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, so between all of those, and of course, like I said, the WUPF radio on YouTube, uh, there's a link to Everybody with Detroit, and I think the Chaz original. But yeah, through those, you'll be able to reach me for sure. And then, of course, if you just Google my name, Chaz Miller, all kind of stuff will come up.
Hmm. So to get before we go, leave us with one piece of information that you would like to share with the audience that would be beneficial to them in service to our community.
Well, I mean, if it's a general message, to give is to receive. I mean, that's really the biggest mantra of my life. To give is to receive. Oftentimes we hold on to stuff thinking it's our last, and it could be our last, but it's not really our last. It's, the beginning of the end of something and the beginning of something. So, um, and that, just look forward to hearing from me to participate in this flip flop project because I really want. Now we're building. Detroit is doing 25 art alleys, and I want to get flip flop mural in every alley. They're only eight. They're only 8 by 8 foot, so we could do one for each block club, each community, and get everybody involved. But even if not, I mean, it's going to be an ongoing project, and I'll be putting out more information. And then just stay positive, no matter what. Don't believe the tricks. And it's going to be really hard what we're about to face. I'm just going to kind of warn you all, because of this AI, you're going to have to be really, really diligent on what you believing is not seeing anymore. Did you hear what I just said? It used to be seeing is believing. Your eyes, they tell you one thing, but I see. Well, when you talk
They
about this,
make it look so real.
that's right. So just understand, look up from your phone because that's what reality is. What you're seeing on your phone is no longer reality.
Well, again, Chaz, we thank you so much for being our guest this evening right here on Community Updates on WJZZ Cool TV. I'm your host, Michelle White, and we will see you next Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. right here on WJZZ. Chaz, you have a wonderful evening, and again, thank you.
Stay positive.
You